Well, good morning, everyone. I am coming to you from a park in the La Latina neighborhood of Madrid, Spain. And it's that time of the month again. So I think you know what that means. It's time for our monthly expenses video. So for those of you that don't know us, Sunny and I got rid of all of our stuff a couple of months ago, everything that didn't fit into one checked bag and 2 carry-ons, and we took off to travel the world permanently. We're going to be doing a slow travel style of travel, which is about a month at a time at each destination, at least 28 days, so that we get the best discount on our Airbnb every month. So we just wrapped up 28 days in Seville, Spain. It was an awesome trip, and I want to go through our expenses in detail like I did a month ago when we stayed in Lagos, Portugal. And seems like you guys like all this information, so let's get into it. So our biggest expense, as always, in Sevilla was our lodging. And I'm going to show you our Airbnb here because I didn't do that before. So let's give you a quick little tour of the Airbnb and then I'll tell you what it cost. Yeah, we're going to enjoy these windows. Having dinner there with the view. We're here on the couch with some coffee. So let's check out. We're filling it up with our luggage. It's a much smaller kitchen than what we just came from. And looks like we've got a bathroom in here off of the main floor. Let's see where these steps go. I haven't been up here yet. Looks like we got a bedroom up here. Another shower or bath in here. And I hear there's a very nice patio out here. Yeah, I think this view will do. So the birds are really noisy in this park today. Hopefully you can hear me over them. But anyway, that Airbnb in Seville, Spain for 28 nights cost us $1,931.76. And yeah, again, like last month, I'm going to be looking at my phone because I don't have all these numbers memorized. Anyway, the location was great for us. It was right in the heart of Seville. We could walk to everywhere. We did have an issue with the AC downstairs, and that was pretty rough because it is extremely hot this time of year in Sevilla. Another thing we learned that we're not going to repeat with that Airbnb is that electrical use was not included. For anyone who stays there longer than 10 days, you pay the electricity on top of it. Would have been about $300 extra, but they waived the fee since the AC wasn't working most of the month. But anyway, double check any lodging that you get to read the fine print to see if you're going to get dinged for electricity, because for a monthly stay it could be quite a bit over here. So let's take a look at our grocery bill next. Our groceries for 28 days in Sevilla cost us $595.90. And we did have one big grocery store. It was about a 20-minute walk away from where we were staying. We had some smaller stores nearby where we would pick up water and other things, but for our big grocery runs, we would go to that store about 20-minute walk away. There was an Asian market also in that area, and we had, everything we needed, basically. So the groceries worked out well. Not as convenient as all the stores we had nearby in Lagos last month, but it was fine for us. A couple of dogs came in the park off leash, so we'll see if they start running around. But anyway, let's talk about dining and drinks, our next expense. And we spent $708.68 on dining and drinks for the full month there in Sevilla. Now we went out similar to how much we went out in Lagos, Portugal. It was like around 15 times we went out for dinner and lunches. We also went out for tapas quite a few times, and beers, glasses of wine. There was one restaurant in particular called San Marco. It was in the Santa Cruz area, which is very near the cathedral. We really like that. Fernando was our server. He was awesome. If you're watching, thanks for the great service. And anyone in the area, recommend checking out San Marco. Okay, moving on, we're talking about transportation now, and we spent $152.64 on transportation for the month in Sevilla. Now that did include the bus to Sevilla from Lagos, and then that also included a couple of Uber rides and round-trip bus rides to Cadiz and Italica, some day trips we took. So overall, we thought the expenses for transportation this month were great. It's kind of nice to be able to get from one destination to another by ground, by bus, instead of having to take a plane. And again, $152.64 on the transportation for the full month. Okay, let's talk about entertainment. How much did we spend? We spent $156.62 on entertainment this month in Italica, and there's the dogs barking. That includes tickets to the cathedral, tickets to the Alcazar, tickets to Italica. We went to a flamenco show, and we've also got our monthly Hulu charge on there. The cathedral was, I think, about $17 per person. Italica was the best bang for the buck. It was just like, $3, I think, to get in there. You can watch our earlier video on that, but it was incredible. It's about a 30-minute bus ride out of town, but ancient Roman ruins, the oldest Roman city on the Iberian Peninsula. Really recommend going there if you get a chance or you're in the area. But again, we spent $156.62 on entertainment this past month. Okay, how about our phones again? So once again, we both got eSIMs so that we would have service for the whole time. I did run out of data and had to get a second eSIM, but still, it cost us less than $20. It was $18.62 for 2 eSIMs to give us data for the full month that we were in Sevilla. Okay, let's talk about medical expenses. So as I mentioned in our expenses video last month, we both have a global medical plan through Cigna Global. It's what many people who do this full-time travel get, and we find it works well. We haven't needed to use it yet, but it gets good reviews and the cost is right. And we had a few extra medical expenses this month because Sonny got sick, so I had to go to the pharmacy a couple of times and pick up some cough medicine and pain meds, stuff like that. So our medical for the month was $392.07. And again, that covers our medical premium for both of us, as well as the stuff I picked up at the pharmacy. Okay, how about our miscellaneous expenses for the month? Well, we spent a total of $63.95 on stuff that doesn't fall into any of the other categories. For this month, let me see, we had some postcards, some stamps. We got a screen protector for Sunny's phone because her other one was cracked. We got some kitchen supplies at a local bazaar because we didn't have like a cutting board, and we needed some wine glasses and a few other things. Also, every month I will put our VPN in this category, and that is something we put on our phones, our computers, our tablet, and my Amazon Fire Stick. On the phones and laptops, it's for security reasons, and on the Fire Stick, it's so we can geolocate and stream shows from the US or wherever we want to. So again, miscellaneous $63.95 for the month. Okay, let's add it all up if you haven't already. So for 28 days in Sevilla, Spain, we spent $4,020.24. So, and that was from mid-June through mid-July. And if you throw out the transportation cost to get from Lagos, the bus ride from Lagos, Portugal, over to Sevilla, and then the Uber to get from our Airbnb in Sevilla to the train station when we were leaving, it's under $4,000. That's probably about $50-$60 there. But even counting the transportation costs, getting here and getting out of here, it is $4,020.24. money well spent. We had a great time other than Sonny getting sick and having a cough to deal with, but we got around and saw everything we wanted to see. It was an awesome month, and we will definitely want to come back sometime. So I just changed directions because the dogs are getting quite noisy over there and the birds right above me, so let's hope you can hear me. Well, I hope some of you found this information useful. I think you do from the comments and thumbs up and number of views we got on our last monthly expenses video. I'm going to keep doing these at each destination we go and keep you fully informed on the expenses, current expenses through wherever we're going to be. So if you did like this, maybe give it a thumbs up, maybe subscribe. It'll keep us motivated to keep putting out this material. And if you have any questions or comments, please drop a comment. If anything else you would like me to include in our next video, let me know. I think that's going to do it for this video. I am going to wrap up with some scenes that didn't make it into our previous videos. So I'll show you some sights around Seville as we get out of here, and we will see you in the next one.